Morning, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great Friday so far. Before we head into this upcoming weekend, I just wanted to give you all a few final reminders about what is going to be happening, of course, today, and of course, throughout the next week as we go into the final week of our class and our time together for the summer. So the first thing I want to remind you of is your deadline for today. So if any of you out there are missing any work for this class, and it can be anything from the introductory post all the way to the Unit 7.2 discussion board and replies. If you're missing anything therein, again, a full discussion board, replies for a discussion board, any writing assignment, you can still turn that in up until midnight tonight. At midnight tonight, that is the last time I will accept any late work for anyone for this class for any reason. If you don't have anything turned in by tonight at midnight, anything after that you try to turn in will still remain a zero. I will not be able to accept it. So please make sure to keep that in mind as you're working on things today. I have gotten some makeup work from some of you throughout this week, and I appreciate it. And I still have a couple of things I need to grade that have popped up in the last day or so, and I'll make sure to get that stuff graded and back to you pretty quickly. I'll be working on that some over this weekend to try to get that caught up. So please make sure to keep in mind tonight at midnight, the last time that you can turn in any late work to me for this class. The next thing I want to remind you of course, is your research essay. Your research essay is due next Tuesday, the 24th by 5 p.m. to the Dropbox. Note that that 5 p.m. deadline is different than the usual 11:59 that you've had for previous essays. Note that the 5 p.m. deadline is a hard deadline, meaning I cannot accept any paper after that time because I'm going to have a very tight window by which I'm going to need to get everything graded, all the essays graded, and then get your grades finalized to submit to eCore roughly a day and a half, less than a day and a half later. So please make sure to keep that in mind. When it comes to the actual essay itself, please make sure to follow all instructions. In particular, pay attention to the word count. The word count is really important for this assignment because it is different from the other essays you've done. Your other essays had a 750 minimum word count. The research essay has 1,000 minimum word count. I believe the range is actually 1,000 to 1,500, so you have a lot more room to work with there, which for some of your arguments and looking at your thesis statements is a very good thing because you need that extra space to fully flesh out that argument and of course incorporate that research that you've been looking at. So please make sure to follow all instructions and make sure to do your very best on this. Keep in mind, folks, this essay is worth 25% of your grade. It's been in the syllabus since day one, so please recognize that this is a big assignment and it can really help your grade, or on the other hand, it could also hurt your grade if the quality is not very good. And speaking of quality, one of the things I do want to bring to your attention, and I say this not because I think you'll do it, anyone in this class will do it, but it has happened. I've had students in the past with this final assignment turn in work that is plagiarized, and not just a little instance here or there, but fully plagiarized papers. And I don't always know necessarily why that happens. There can be a variety of reasons, but it is unfortunate. And if you happen to do that, of course, it'll be caught through Turnitin, and I will have to basically fail you for the assignment, and that's not something I want to do. So please keep in mind, to not to do that. Don't get in a time crunch where you feel as though that's going to need to happen. And if you feel as though you're in that kind of a time crunch, let me know. And of course, you and I can make special arrangements to make sure that you can turn in a paper that reflects much more of you and your ideas rather than some information you might have pulled from elsewhere. And also keep in mind too, when I grade these essays, unlike the other essays you've done for this class, I will be simply reading and putting a grade on these. There will be no commentary for them, mostly because I have to get through them so quickly and get your grades turned in by noon on the 26th. So as always, if you all have any questions, please reach out to me and let me know. I will be online throughout the day today and of course this afternoon for office hours, and I'll be kind of in and out this weekend. I have a couple things going on with my family this weekend, but I'll be checking in periodically just to kind of help you all out and answer any questions that you might have. I do look forward to seeing these final research essays. You all have some great ideas. I loved looking through the last two discussion boards to see what you're doing and seeing what kind of research that you're going to be incorporating. I look forward to seeing what you're going to be able to produce. Hope you guys have a great Friday, and I look forward to seeing your work soon.